just ask yourself. It just takes 2 seconds to ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Before a meeting, before the conversation, before a negotiation, before influencing, ask the simple question, how am I feeling now?
So to take us through a great strategy now that is really important to the future of leading people and culture, speaking on emotional intelligence, please welcome back to the stage, Vanita Chaudhary.
Well, thank you. All right, thanks once again, and I'm so glad to be here because this is something which is very, very close to my heart. I live, eat, breathe, sleep, EI. Do you recognize as leaders the words like compassion, sympathy, empathy, kindness? How many times in a day as leaders do you speak these words? Vis-a-vis, strategy, numbers, performance, attrition, game plan, bottom line. What is sounding closer to your heart and mind? Without a doubt, isn't it? Because we are here to run a business, we are here to prove ourselves. So it's so unfair because leaders look at me and say, oh, come on, Vanita, I love this emotion. Good to be in a book. How can I really get it to the people? They don't get this. And today, let me tell you that most of the organizations, and if you look at World Economic Forum reports for the last 3 to 4 years, continuously, including 2025, top job skills required by any organizations globally by 2025, you will find emotional intelligence. Along with critical thinking, analytical thinking, problem solving, and various things. So ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you today, irrespective of the number of years of experience you've had working or wherever you are, do you remember that one person who made a difference in your life? When you just close your eyes and think of this one leader, who comes to your mind whom you consider to be the best leader for you? Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you. He's not here to listen, but I'm sure he will get it. You don't have to answer me. But actually, when you look at that leader in your heart and your mind, this ain't the leader who gave me the big bonus. This ain't the leader who gave me the big money. But this is the leader who stood by me when I was down, maybe. Or this is the leader who understood without me telling what I wanted. And this was the leader who was standing next to me and not before me. So let me quickly introduce. Thank you very much. Simple. Firstly, any journey begins from inside. Ask yourself, how are you feeling right now? May I request all of you, there's a paper pen right in front of you, and if you don't mind, can you just jot down, how are you feeling from morning 9 till now? It's almost going to be 9, so it's 12 hours. Can you jot down the number of feelings or emotions you've gone through? I'm going to give you all 30 seconds. Come on, let's go. Just write down all the emotions, feelings that you've had from morning 9 to evening 9. Just go ahead. Doesn't matter even if it is 1. Give it a try. Just give it a try. You can draw, you can write, but just do it, yeah? 12 hours, what are your feelings? I have last 10 seconds. All right, thank you, everyone. What is the number that you have? Number of feelings? Just give me the number. 4, 7, 4, 9. Woohoo! 5, 8. 8? Anyone more than 10? Oh, come on. 12 hours, one feeling per hour at least. I love that. Yeah, that's consistency. You know what? I work with children quite a bit on emotion. That's my passion. I ask any of the 10-year-old to write this, 30 seconds. Tell me how you've been feeling. Can you, anyone in the room, take a guess? What would be the number of feelings they would write? No. 25. 25. They are so carefree, they know exactly what they feel and they will tell you what you feel. So my lovely leaders present here. Self-reflection ain't about spirituality. Ain't about big meditation. It's a very simple question you can ask. How am I feeling right now? Just ask yourself. It just takes 2 seconds to ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Before a meeting, before the conversation, before a negotiation, before influencing, ask the simple question, how am I feeling now? That's all it is. So that's self-reflection. And that leads into awareness of others. You know, I had a leader, like Craig introduced, I have around 28 years of work experience. I've been working with leaders across the globe. Interestingly, leaders who are not self-aware, they're absolutely blind to people what's happening. It's like right happening in front of them, and they're oblivious. And hence, a lot of time people lose out because they aren't conformed to what's happening. So one, be self-aware to know what's happening, because when you're grounded, you get to see what's happening in front of you. And that lead obviously into building trust and empathy. So many times people ask, is emotionally intelligent? It's like, should I become emotional? And I say, no, not at all. So let me give you some simple 7 strategies that you can take back to really cultivate the most important skill that you can build in the coming years for yourself. Here I go. Firstly, name your feelings daily. Simple. How am I feeling today? Next is increase your joy. When I say it's not like you're continuously being happy, but finding things that makes you happy. Because when you are sorted, you really have that connect and influence for your team. Thirdly, choose positive self-regulation. Many a times when we are stressed, when we're having a bad day, we either go take a drink, either we smoke it out, or we do things which are not very conducive for our own health. And hence, as leaders, develop positive self-regulation. Do you have a mentor? Do you have a buddy? Do you have a journal where you can drain it off and feel so good about yourself? It's like shrugging off and feeling renewed and new. So find one person or find a thing that you can get out to get going. Manage your self-talk. What are you telling your brain? Do you have a name? Do you have a friend for your brain? I was watching that animation movie and he says, Silenzo Bruno. Come on, shut up. Don't give me this rubbish. So ask yourself, what is it that's telling you? What can you really do that can manage yourself? Learn to listen, my friends. I guess Sam, Craig, everyone who's been starting from now till now has only been telling one thing. Listen to yourself. Listen to what's happening. And it's just not about listening to the content, it's listening to the intent. Like I had somebody who said, how are you feeling? I'm okay. Now, if I had to not see that person, I mean, the way he said it, I knew he was absolutely not okay. And I said, whilst you did say, okay, looks like you just ain't okay, would you like to talk to me? And then open the Pandora box. We had a 1-hour conversation. And lastly, move towards relations. Invest time in friendships. Invest time in people. And that's exactly what Sam and Craig just said before I moved on. If you don't have something grounded, you're all over the place. Yeah. Last is something that I think leaders you do is focus on others. It's not just about me. Colonel Basson, you asked about the question of culture. I work with a lot of startups, and one of the things is when you start focusing on you and the startup and you forget to focus on people who are with you, that's where the whole downfall happens. So the more you start focusing on what is the vision and purpose you want your people along with you, take them along with you all the time. And that's where you go a long way.